Yo, what's up, guys? Seiishizo here, and I'm with the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, Kekker. How are you doing, my man?
Hey, this is Kekker. I'm doing great. Excited to do this tier list with you.
Absolutely. So the plan of today is we're going to make a tier list, and we're going to be focusing on end game PvP. So that is definitely where Kekker is at. That is what I'm trying to get at. I'm kind of slacking on that a little bit myself. But we're mainly looking at end game. So a few units might be more focused on like early game. They would still do well because no one really has built that much stuff. But we're really looking at like the end game. What is super strong at that moment? So we're just going to go through all of the units that we have in the game. And we're just simply going to be placing them in various tiers of what we think is their strength at the moment. All good to go?
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, any particular unit you would like to start off with?
No, we can just go in order.
Okay, let's just start from the bottom. So we put like the R units first and then the SSR units at the end. We right away start with Vice, which is actually an interesting one, which I think for the R units, probably the only one that actually kind of has like a position that can be anywhere. I just placed it somewhere right now just to drag it in, but we can reposition it later. What would you say about Vice and like actual top tier RTA?
I would say, even though it's the only potentially viable one, is probably still pretty down there. Either C or D. If anything, I don't think at the very end like it would be picked up. I think there's just better options. Well, let's put it at C.
Yeah, I totally agree on the C take because it can be picked. You probably just should not be picking it. And I think pretty much all of the R units, except for Yang, we can just save ourselves a little bit of time and drag all of them to D. There are a few... Well, let's actually first of all do this. Would you say any of them actually has any more value than D? Because the number 41 has maybe some value, but I think in endgame you're not going to pick that up as well, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen it ever, so...
Yeah,
I think the speed being too low is just like you wouldn't take it for a turn meter push.
Yeah, exactly. And any of the others just like pretty much outshined by SR units right away. However, Yang is definitely a unit that's...
Yang is actually a SR unit, not a R unit.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. So Yang is already higher value than that in the first place. Let's actually make a tier of, if we do a row below of to be placed. So I don't have to drag it somewhere super random all the time. So what would you say about Yang? Yang is definitely picked up by the Revelation stackers as a 6x multi-hit on the skill 3.
Yeah, even honestly, I think for non-rev, he has like a turn meter push for 30% on everyone as long as he crits. So you would build him, full crit and speed. And he basically a Lily, or at least in the first turn, for everyone. So yeah, and he honestly, I think he's the scariest Revelation unit.
Yeah.
So I would definitely put him up there.
Would we be looking at A tier or S tier? It's like very... Yeah.
It's still A because I would say he's like very niche.
Yeah.
I think S, like, it would have to be like really versatile and really good.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, his base speed is, if I'm not mistaken, 122, which is decently high, but it's not like Lily kind of high.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, A tier for Yang it is. Viper. Ooh, also definitely a good unit. We see that a lot in the top ranks to counter the cleave kind of styles.
Yes. I think like really good unit to counter cleave, but I'm starting to see that like now there's some more control teams coming up as well, and I would say Viper is a little worse than some of the scarier bruiser units, such as like ones that counterattack like Tiamat, Holden. So I would put him slightly definitely below them. So I'm thinking maybe B, because he's only there to mitigate damage but not hit back.
Yeah, makes sense. Like I do think that his strip is really strong and his attack break is really strong, but it's also one of those things. Yeah, is he doing enough damage by itself? Whereas, as you mentioned, a Hold and a Tiamat can actually destroy teams on just a few counters.
Right.
Okay. It is. I think in lower ranks, Viper might actually be higher ranked because it's easier for people to build than actually the SSR units. But I definitely do agree that the moment you get to like the higher ranks, that Viper falls off a little bit.
Yeah, I'm noticing that honestly, even without Viper, having just Bloodbath Lighthouse is enough to survive, and you just don't even need to pick him. And yeah,
absolutely. Victor, do you ever see Victor in RTA? I don't think so, right?
Never. I think in the new like full launch, I've just never seen him ever.
Yeah, same for
So,
me. Like, were we straight up
D.
D tier, or would you say maybe somewhat usable on C? I think D, right?
Yeah, I think D.
Yeah, if Victor goes there. Valerian, definitely do see it. I think it's only used as counter to Hoyan at the moment, right? Or is it used
Yeah,
more
I
than
think
that?
it's either Hoyan or attack buff. So I
Yeah.
do think she's like I would say better than C, but maybe in the low B or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we can actually do it that we put like high Bs and low Bs like from left to right as well. I think that's fair on this tier list.
Yeah. And the one awkward thing about her is like if you use something like Doki Doki, she makes Doki Doki unusable because Doki Doki like would only pull her up like 8 times or something and then
Oh, yeah.
do nothing.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
that's
That
why
makes
it's
it
not
super
really
awkward, yeah. Turandot, never seen being used pretty much, so I guess
Mhm.
straight up D.
Yep.
This dude, same thing. I actually thought this dude would be interesting because he has like heal blocks and those kind of things, but in the end, does way too little in the kit.
Yeah. I think they're just definitely way better options than yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Sanya, however, that's definitely a unit that will be up there.
Yeah, I honestly think Sanya is starting to like pop off again, kind
Yep.
of. For me, what I'm seeing in the end game is that once you have Lighthouse or like Bloodbath, she kind of does enough tanking, and if you build her height like with the effect resistance, I feel like it's like really annoying to deal with even in a when I play a control team against her.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Would she
and
be?
she wouldn't be like first pick. I wouldn't say she's S to be like a first pick, but like I think the only S tier support healer I would think is Lingwo because she's like just like too good with immunity stuff. But Sonya I think is just a little worse.
Yeah, exactly. I would say a high A tier though. Like I think it's
Yeah.
versatile enough where she will be like the moment you're going for that sustained route, she would fit in every team of those pretty much.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
And I think there's just not that many good healers in this game yet.
True, definitely.
Yeah, she's one of the good picks.
Let's move on. This is the tank Rin. I actually did see Shiny pick it up as a counter with Strife and Revelation to start cutting turns against or against Revelation with Strife and Lighthouse to counter things, but it's also one of those things like it's a little bit niche. What do you think about it?
Yeah, it's super niche. Honestly, I've never seen it except for Shiny.
Yeah.
I've seen the other Rim more, just to like do a one shot, but this one I have not seen. So, but since Shiny used it, maybe it's better than D. It's like a C, maybe.
Yeah, let's put it in C. I could actually see Viper do this, or Vice do the same thing, where you just put Lighthouse on it, it starts cutting, and then you take the turn meter, and you kind of go from there. But it's very niche.
Yeah.
The other we definitely have seen. It's more of a cleave style unit where, especially paired with like speed buffs, you do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I think in my opinion, it might be like a B because like it's like a niche pick, but then like pretty scary niche pick. When you see it, they're like the fastest unit on their team.
Yeah, exactly. Will we go low B or high B?
I'll go low B just because it's still a little niche.
Yeah.
And my main problem with this unit is that if you know the player and you've played him once, you can just pre-ban it, and because it's like a niche unit, it's the easiest pre-ban because I picked something that you have really strong and I don't have, so it's
exactly.
Not that great in a tournament play, especially.
Yeah, I like that mention there as well because especially pre-banning units you don't have is always very comfortable, and I would say in the high end of RTA, most people have kind of most units, just whether you have it geared up or not. Whereas if you're not using this at all, very easy for the pre-ban. You're just not necessarily pre-banning the unit as you're pre-banning just the set itself.
Right.
RC77. Revelation stacker right there.
Yeah, one of the best Revelation. I think his base speed is insanely fast. He's 128 base speed.
Oh, wow, is he that fast?
Yeah.
Didn't even know.
Yeah, but Lily has plus 15 on her prowess and he has plus 12, so like that's a little slower, but in general his base speed is probably the fastest in SR, I think.
Yeah, that should be.
Yeah, and he gives like he has a stun on his S3 as well, so you can like choose whoever to, like stop moving. Let's say you have a Lily and he stuns you because he's faster, and then revelation units like continue. So I think he's one of the strong ones, but I think a little worse than Yang in my head because Yang, boosts the whole team.
Yeah, exactly. So we would go for an A tier on that one, I guess.
Yeah, but I guess this is a revelation only unit, so
Yeah, it's like
yeah,
without
hope people don't
revelation, he's
pick it
probably
thinking
like
it's really good.
he's probably here without it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, moving on next. Never seen this unit in my life, so I guess straight to D tier, right?
Agreed.
Obo, that's definitely an interesting one. You actually did pick up Obo as well. I think your Obo was fastest, or had the fastest gear when you were playing the tournament, right?
Yeah, it was my fastest CC at least.
Yep.
It was my second, actually third fastest unit after Lily and Tsukiyomi, but my fastest CC unit.
Yep.
So yeah, for me, I think he's like super good just because he has both strip and really good CC in one unit. I think he's like one of the only unit that's like that. And I think he fits both like control play style and a turn 1. And even in turn 2, like if they want some CC, I think Obo is a really good pick. So I think he's super versatile, maybe like high A. And yeah, because his base speed is a little slow. That's like the only problem he has.
Yeah, exactly. I would totally agree on that. But he's absolutely very strong. He's also just one of those units you can definitely always have geared up and do well. Very good on the codex as well. So definitely a unit that is here to stay.
Yeah, and last thing is like not only does he have control strip, when you play a full control team, his dots actually do quite a bit, like slowly but surely. It's like one of actually a good like damage dealer on your team when you do full control.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, this one. I've seen it used once or twice. I feel like it's just a worse version of a Holden. What do you think about her?
Yeah, but I actually did lose to one today.
Okay.
I think one of the top players, who was it? Shoddy, like from Madness. He played this, and it happened to kind of counter my Tiamat because it kept on like applying wounds on me. But yeah, still very niche. I wouldn't say it's like he only picked it because I think I took away like Tiamat, and then it's like pretty low on the list, but still
maybe like a B tier, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on next. Marvel, which was actually funny for the beta, was like this unit is the most OP broken thing out there. And now I think 99% of the people don't have it geared up anymore.
I agree. Yeah, he's pretty fallen off, and especially in the end game PvP, he's like there's like I think hard CC seems to just be better than this like slow pushback.
I guess we're talking like around C rank then, right?
Yeah. Maybe I don't know with Vice who's better. I would think like it's around the same.
Yeah, I guess so. Like Vice has a little bit of healing and a little bit of protection and bruiser matchup. I think that's still nice to have.
Fair, yeah.
Kraken, also a unit that's often used for the CC routes.
Yeah, I think I really like his CC just because it's like a hard CC, and I can like I think part of the Kazuyo problem is like her sleep is super consistent, but then you are scared of waking them up.
Yep.
Kraken on the other hand, it pushes back and freezes, and then I think his S2 is another really good freeze when they're low because it's 2 turns.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's pretty strong, but yeah, he doesn't have a strip, so definitely worse than Obo, but maybe in like a high B or low A. Yeah,
I think I would go for a high B because in the end, not having the multi-hits makes it more likely that you're also missing things, whereas Obo with multi-hits, Kazuyo with multi-hits, you're very likely to hit pretty much everything if you're high accuracy.
Yep, makes sense.
This one is the cooldown reducer, right? Did you ever see her in PvP?
I've personally never seen her, so yeah, I can't really rate her, or it might just be in D.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna go for D. It's kind of a niche thing. I could see it being used, but I would kind of give it credits where I think it is better than everything in D, but I would not really recommend to use it that much.
Right, yeah, that's fair.
Well, then we have Casio itself. Well, that one definitely goes, I guess, A tier, right?
Yeah, I think it's A because I've seen like Kazuyo and Lily, just the two of them can solo like a whole team and cycle it, and and like that's insane. And when she cycles with like what's it called, the shell Jackal Guard, it actually does pretty solid damage.
Yeah,
over
that's true.
time.
Plus, people actually put her on Revelation as well. Because she's
Yeah.
that versatile, would she be worth an S though?
Mm, okay, yeah, actually maybe like a I think I think close up there with
Yeah.
Opal. I am not too sure. Like they're both solid.
Yeah, exactly. Like for me, the thing is, well, Oboe, you could technically Revelation as well. It's just a little bit less common.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna put them like right in one another because the strong thing about Oboe is still that strip. That strip just makes him so good.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, moving on next. Gray. Actually, since the beta, I've never seen him in PvP.
Yeah, never seen before.
Okay, let's just put him in D tier for that reason. Fangus was actually played quite a bit in the early stages of PvP on launch, but I think currently barely seen anymore, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen it ever yet either. After the initial like videos on it.
Yeah, exactly. There were some people like just playing it because there was pretty much nothing else
Yeah.
with the lattices already fixed, and then he just did a good amount of damage with him just with 4 supports. But right now, yeah, I don't really see the worth of it. I'll give him a C tier, I guess.
And I think they're more like bulwarks up and immunity stuff. Like
Yep.
it doesn't work as well.
Yeah, exactly. Dorothy, also never really seen her being used, right?
Yeah, I don't think I've seen her either. I think there's some like Terminator. Is she the Terminator one or the? I think that's
No, I
Terminator
think that's this one is the Terminator
one.
one,
Okay.
which also gives attack buff.
Yeah,
So that one is.
definitely this one. I have not seen.
I actually lost to this one recently. It's like just 118 base, which is pretty low, but it was fast enough to outspeed my Tsukiyomi. I'm like, yeah.
It's like a super cheese thing that, yeah.
Yep. So I still want to give it a C, but the one on the Terminator, it's super niche though, but it is pretty nice because one of those things is if you put your fast set over here, people are not going to ban it. And you may take Ws because of that.
Yeah, if you just do a cheese on the third lock, like I can
Yep.
see you pulling some wins, but yeah, pretty niche. I guess like it's better than Vice though because it's actually like can win you games.
Yeah, exactly. So I would go for a low B on that one, but you have to invest like the best set on her to actually make that work because her base speed is low.
Yep.
The thing, I guess we don't see too much of him as well, but I guess he can still be a C tier.
Yeah, I think you see just I think I do see like not endgame, but I do see him here and there only because people build him for PvE and it's like you just have a decent DPS. But yeah, not great.
Yeah, exactly. Dina, I've never seen that one in PvP. That's straight up D tier over there. Chiaki the Echo, that's definitely one of those. It's a little bit more obvious like what she's supposed to do than the Dorothy, but it's still really strong if you have a good set on her.
Yeah, I think the main problem with her is that her base speed is still slightly slow, and she doesn't actually guarantee the pull because it's only 20%. So, so if you make it super fast, then it won't pull up your like strong DPS. And then herself, it's actually really hard to make fast just because her base speed. So I would not put her that high up. Like be somewhere around Dorothy, to be honest.
Yeah, I would
Maybe
say
a little higher.
Yeah, slightly higher than Dorothy. Yeah.
I think she's pretty good in the scenario where you're playing against tanks and you're still trying to cleave, and you don't need to be too fast. You just need to be a little faster than the enemy. Then she can pull everyone 20%, and it's like an attack buff. So it's like decent in that scenario, but I don't see that scenario happen like often at all.
Yeah, same. I think she's just nice to have as one of those 5th picks that if they start stealing a bunch of your attack bar gainers or if you are banned out, that's where the point's like, ooh, she might be interesting. But then again, is she really worth like a crazy good set? Because you need so many good Swift Rush stats already everywhere.
Yep, agreed.
To be honest, I've never seen her.
Never seen, yeah.
Okay, straight up D tier. Shaki the Echo is actually one of the better immunity providers for a longer duration of time. Do people use this on Lighthouse Bulwark and then just start cutting turns and providing immunity, or is it actually used?
I personally never seen that, but I can see that. I'm not. I don't think. I think it's just like a little. I think that immunity doesn't even work because Revelation just kills you.
True.
Yeah. So not really. I think not good enough. Yeah. Probably C.
Yeah. Exactly. Then we start with the SSR. So let's right away go with Yelly. I would say arguably best damage dealer in game, right?
Yeah. Best damage in game for sure. I don't. Yeah, I think it's between S or A still, just because I feel like the tank meta right now is that she like still can't kill any bloodbath users that are actually tanky. And that's the main problem. Even with attack buff, I think as long as they go lighthouse or like bloodbath that are really strong, not sure if it can kill through. Like, and that's coming from like my P5 Yelly.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the thing is with Yelly is that she does her initial hit, then Lighthouse is activated, and then she goes for the follow-up hits. So
Yeah.
that might be a little bit awkward. Plus, do you actually land the armor break or not? That's a really big factor.
I also see people running bulwarks, so like she doesn't kill them. And
Yep.
Yelly has the biggest counter, which is Hoyen.
Yeah,
A
absolutely.
lot of times I'm scared of picking her. So if anything, I actually don't even want to pick her against another turn 1. I would actually want to pick Messiah because Messiah can do the one shot anyway while countering the Hoyen.
Fair. Would you say therefore A tier, like a high A,
Yeah,
or
I would say A. I would say high A.
okay?
Yeah, maybe above Oval. Just
Yeah, exactly.
good damage dealer.
Okay, Siada, that's definitely a PV unit for me right there.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Never seen it. Probably in the C or something.
Yeah, exactly. I think you could Revelation it. I'm just gonna put it high C, but it's definitely not something you really want to be using out there.
Mhm.
Veronica was actually used a lot with the first lighthouses, but I think it kind of fell off because of like Heinrich and things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think still decently solid, but yeah, has counters. Maybe like somewhere high B or
Yeah,
in my
I would
head,
say
it's like
highest B.
it's still good against Revelation, especially
Yep.
because yeah, you could just let you survive.
Yeah, exactly. Tsukiyomi, one of the better boosters in game, is working a little bit on low base speed with the 122. But if there was any higher, she would be absolutely insane.
Yeah. I think in somewhere in the A because of her low base speed. Yeah, that
Yeah,
like,
just
you would
above
need
Obo,
really
I guess.
Yeah, I would say above Global because in the turn 1 she's still like the second best unit probably after Lily or something.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Tiamat. Well, I think straight to A, right?
Yeah, definitely A. Not S. I think. She can be countered by CC is what I've been seeing the
Yep.
biggest counter, and also wounds in general, or like Heinrich block, like wounds. Like I can see her not even transforming sometimes. And even transforming doesn't one shot anyone. So
Yep.
like strong, but not like unbeatable yet. So
Would you say above Lily or above Yelly or below Yelly?
I think around Yelly, but actually I'm thinking even Suki might be better than them. I think Suki feels like more impactful.
Yeah, I would say so as well. It's two different playstyles altogether, so it's a little bit hard to compare.
Yeah.
But
right.
I think Suki is very important for the comp she plays in, whereas Tiamat can be more replaced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, well, Shadow Sanya, straight to D tier. Never seen that thing ever in PvP.
Yep.
Rosa, however, I haven't seen too much of Rosa,
I haven't
actually.
seen much either. I think she can still be a Revelation unit, so somewhere in the B tier, just as like a worse Revelation unit, because her base speed is not like the best. And
Yeah, exactly. I've seen some niche comps with her where you just go Revelation and you just go Bulwark on her, so you have one Bulwark Revelation in case you play against the full CC kind of comp without a strip.
Right.
But besides that, you could do that on a lot of units.
Yeah, I would put her slightly lower than Viper and Valyrian. I think they're still more like prevalent.
Okay, fair. Ramocha. I think it's one of those units people just use because they have it, but it's not necessarily really great, right?
Yeah, probably somewhere in C, like where
Yeah,
maybe Shoutout. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Rahul. It's actually a super strong unit, but
Yeah, I think he's strong against other tank like bruiser tank players, but he's definitely worse than Tiamat and Holden in general. So I think he gets like he wants Artisan, but then Artisan is not tanky enough.
Yeah.
So it's like awkward against Cleaves. So I will personally put him high B or low A.
Yeah, I think low A will probably be nice for him because he still has like that RNG factor that the moment he teams up all the times, he's just destroying things. His damage output is actually insane.
Yeah, and against other bruisers, he's super strong. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Against Revelations or Cleaves, he doesn't really do too much. But against Bruiser versus Bruiser, I definitely do like him a lot.
Yeah.
Nehor. I haven't seen too much of him, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen him. Only person I know who built him is the poor, and
Yeah,
it seems pretty niche to me. I think mainly because people also didn't have the lattice, and
yeah.
he's not like impactful enough to deserve the lattice. So maybe low B or high, yeah, low B, high C. I don't know.
Yeah, I think kind of like this. He's maybe if people just like full out build him with 555, then he might be something. But right now, it's a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
too little on everything. Miho, definitely a strong one out there. But is that A tier or S tier strong?
Yeah, I think strong A because she's definitely I can think of counters like Veronica, like Bulwark.
Yep.
So I think she has counters, but she is like one of the best control units. Steals turn, like apply wound and freeze. Like if you can strip out the Bulwark, she's like the best control unit that I would want on my team. Like yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Just above Obo, or do we go higher than some
Yeah,
of
I
the?
would say above Obol, but lower than Suki in my head. So it's hard to say. Suki is like very turn one, but Mio has place in both turn one and turn two.
Yep.
Sorry, not turn two, but like controlling, doing the control comps.
Yep.
So he's a little more versatile, but has more counters in turn one. So yeah, I don't really know. It's like around the same
Yeah.
to me.
Mia is actually an interesting pick. You are picking it quite a bit in the tournament. We were on the
Yeah.
like the viewer place sitting is like, why is he picking that thing? It does nothing.
Yeah, it's super niche. It's basically a Marvel with strip at the same time.
Yeah.
And Revelation, it's actually one of the really good Revelation units. So the two scariest Revelation units are Yang and Mia, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because the counter Lighthouse, Mia is like the biggest counter to Revelation is Lighthouse, and both Yang and Mia are the two units that you can use on Revelation and still make it work, even if the enemy has Lighthouse, because it counters the Lighthouse back.
Yeah, fair. But her base speed is not that high, right? How much is her base
Yeah,
speed?
yeah. It's probably 118, I want to say. Oh, 120. Actually, 121. Not the
Oh,
worst. Actually, faster than Yang then, because
okay.
with the plus 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, not like crazy good. It's like very niche. Yeah, and I use it as a secondary stripper.
Yeah.
Because if Obol gets banned, she like still strips. Yeah, but
Yeah, exactly.
not great.
Would we say high A or just a B then?
Maybe high B. Maybe high B.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's kind of niche. You would definitely need the skill ups in at least the speed, probably also in the skill 2 to get more activation rate on the strips and the pushback.
Yeah, actually, I would put it probably below Valerian. I think it's like not high B enough.
Okay.
Just thinking about it more.
Yeah, I think she's super niche. Like the moment you high invest in her, she might be pretty interesting. But I feel like often she's also kind of on the edge of like, does she actually do enough?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, her heal does reduce the shell cooldown by 1 and like your skill cooldown, but it's just not enough. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Messiah, I guess if you did mention that Yelly has a bunch of counters, Messiah does counter those counters, such as the whole young.
Yeah.
Straight up S tier?
I think Messiah. No, I don't know. It's hard to say. Like Yelly does more damage against a turn 2 player, but yeah, like but Messiah has better like matchups against turn 1 because the invincibility and stuff.
Yep.
So I think really hard for me to say. But I would put it higher than Yelly in my head.
Okay, but still not S tier.
Yeah, but just not S enough. I think still.
Okay, fair.
Because it's also only for a one strat only.
Yeah, that's true. Like in a bruiser comp, you're not randomly gonna be picking Messiah that much, no.
Yeah.
Linglo, best healer in game, S tier healer, or A tier?
I think the stream is not working for me anyway anymore.
Wait, is it not? Wait, I think it should be. Well, let's just stop this for a second and then we just redo the thing. Can you see it again?
No.
That's kind of...
It's all good. I can also just continue talking as if I can see it.
Well, wait, is there not like a thing where you have to watch the stream, like a button to watch stream?
Oh no, I can watch, but then it's just like loading permanently.
Ah, that's kind of strange. Maybe if I share screen differently, maybe entire screen. Does this work?
Oh yeah, now it works.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so let me just, for the edit, helps my life a little bit. We just placed Messiah, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so Messiah is fine. Oh wait, we're replacing Linglo.
We'll go back to Linglo, yeah.
So yeah, what would you say for Linglo?
I think she's by far the strongest healer, and like a good pickup just for turn 2 to like counter control at the same time. Like both counters, cleave if she has Lighthouse or Bulwark or just in general. But like, yeah, I think she's like the best one. So I would say S.
Yep.
Yeah, seems like very versatile. Even like as Han, you can see like he used it against Revelation to cut and then
Yeah, absolutely.
heal.
The thing that I do see with Linglo, I see her on pretty much every shell out there. I've seen her on Alicorns, I've seen her on Artisans, I've seen her on Codex of Magic, I've seen her on pretty much everything. What would you say is the best one for her?
It's really hard to say just because it's like there's the shell can be like in different scenarios it can be like there's the best one. But I would say in general probably just run the Lighthouse.
Yeah.
Because you do want to prevent the cleave. And then I wouldn't say it's like so much worse than the other shells.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would say the same thing. Like Lighthouse just super strong on cutting turns. Like sure, you could go for a Gigabyte, but Gigabyte is kind of one of those like, do you survive your third turn already? Lilith, also very interesting one. Actually, some one that we haven't seen too much in the EWS, but is a pretty strong unit altogether.
Yeah, probably the best option for a bruiser to like have as control.
Yeah.
So definitely solid B or low A, I think.
Yeah, I would give her a low A. I think she's really nice the moment that she is on a Gigabyte or she is on a Lighthouse. She cuts the turn. She can definitely survive a bunch of hits, and then she can start stunning the enemy, which is always strong.
Yep. Yeah, the slows, the pushback and the stuns, they're definitely pretty strong.
Yep.
And she does solid damage while being tanky.
Yeah, absolutely. Would we therefore say a little bit higher in the A, or do we keep her at the current rank?
Higher than, honestly, I would be much more scared of seeing her than a Rahu.
Yeah, same. Like Rahu, I'm always like, I can probably hit enough and not giving turns, but the thing is, Rahu is always on like an Artisan. It's not really going to cut turns, whereas a Lilith is definitely dangerous. It's always going to cut turns.
Even for the control players, we can pick up the Lilith as well, like not as a bruiser turn 2 player. So maybe even higher than Ying. It seems a little bit more versatile than.
Yeah. Will we even say higher than Casio?
I think Casio seems like her CC just seems more consistent and quicker, like just like instant.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on next. Well, Lily restart Etheria, or whatever they call the game. I think straight up to S, right?
Yep. I think honestly higher than probably Linglo.
Yeah, it's just so versatile. Can be used in a CC comp, can be used in a bruiser comp, can be used in the nuking comp. It just works everywhere.
Yep.
Leon. I've never seen Leon in RTA, actually.
Yep, agreed.
Klaus. Also, I think a niche one for the base speed she has up on 128, but besides that?
Yeah, I think it's like her S2 is more useful. Her S3, like I don't know. I don't see it being used much. So
yeah, I can give it a low B just for the base speed and the S2.
Yeah.
Colorals, never seen as well, right?
Never seen.
Ho Yun, definitely a very interesting one. It's always one of those showmakers that if she pops off, she's incredibly strong. But also something that I told you during the draft, it's very common that she would get into a matchup, she kills one target, and then you just still lose like the 3 against 4.
Right. Yeah, it's just, she is really annoying though. Just like, I always have to keep it in the back of my mind. So yeah, I think low A, just because she's so annoying that I always have to think about her when I draft. Yep. That makes her like definitely have a solid place.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the thing is, if she does what she's supposed to do, she's incredibly good and it looks really stylish and really nice. But very often is like, she tried, but it didn't really work out and she just died to the next hit after.
Yeah, and if once you control her, she's still like very useless because she doesn't proc.
Yeah, exactly. Moving on next, Holden. I think we probably look at an A or an S unit, right?
Yeah, I think he is actually the strongest bruiser in my head. Like I absolutely hate playing against him, even more so than Tiamat, because he just does more damage, more like counters,
Yep.
much more often, and his S2 is so scary.
Yep.
Like if he moves, you have someone either dead or like out of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really one of those. Also, his counters with the armor break, like you're always scared to
Yeah,
hit this
yeah,
thing.
it does actually so much damage. Like if my Yeli is just full damage, she can like auto me for like more than 50% of my health just from counterattacking, and
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's really strong. Yeah,
Do we
I
put it?
think yeah, I think low S. I honestly think he's like, and honestly, I think I could even like pick her in a turn one team just to take away and like do a good amount of damage and or just reset people. Like
Yeah,
he is
exactly.
definitely solid up there.
Would you more like it on the bruiser build, or do you more like it on the speedy build?
I think the bruiser build.
Yep.
I only built it in the faster like build because I didn't have enough resource to build him. So I was 1-1-1 latticed, so he's like a lot less scary without these lattice investment.
Yep.
But yeah, once he's fully invested, I think he's like the scariest bruiser by far.
Do you still put him on artisan, or you put him anything else?
Like he can be both. Like it depends. Like if against a turn one, I think Lighthouse could be like potentially better. But I think now that there are more Lighthouse units in general, and you can cut, I think Artisan on him is stronger because
Yeah.
he can still survive at least like easily a hit, and then if you can cut and like prevent him from dying with other units, then Artisan is just too strong. Especially it syncs with the turn like on turn two, you S2 with the Artisan like buff, defense buff. It does so much damage.
Yeah, absolutely. He's an insane amount of damage right there. Hellkit, however, it's a unit that actually put in the Union 8 thing because I was using a lot of Hellkit in the beta. He already got nerfed back
Right.
then. It's
Right.
definitely something we don't really see, right?
Yeah, we don't see it because I tested it with a strip. The shield doesn't do anything. Like you don't even have to break the shield to strip his immunity. You just have to basically strip his shield and immunity at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was like not what I thought how it would work. Like I thought his shield would prevent the strip. Only if you have to like get to break the shield first and then you can strip the immunity.
Yeah.
That was not the case. So it seemed weak because there just seemed to be more people that can strip in the game now.
Yeah, absolutely. Like back in the days, like also his shield was a bit stronger in the first place, but there were barely any strips. It was just Heinrich and Viper, and that was about it.
Yeah, yeah. I have not seen Hellkit pretty much in forever. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he still has some potential because you could put Revelation on him. He does have a 3-time multi-hit, which is not that bad,
True.
but it's not that crazy.
Yeah.
What is crazy, however, is the Heinrich itself, though. How
Yeah,
far do
he's
we put
definitely
that up?
pretty solid. I think all the turn twos, like either ban Heinrich or and I'm starting to see Obo now too.
Yeah.
But I think Heinrich is up there, but maybe not S. I think is in the high A somewhere
Okay.
because he doesn't have control, which is the problem,
Yep.
and he doesn't do that well into turn one teams.
Yeah, that's true. Like the moment he's outspat, he doesn't do that well. But the thing
Yeah,
is, you
even if
can
he
put him on
outspeeds you,
Revelation.
yeah, I think he goes once. Even if he's one of the Revelation units that you're not scared of because he just moves once.
Yeah.
And sure, he does damage and buff blocks, but then like I'm not worried about the buff block when I'm trying to just live.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Do we say any higher in the A tier or any lower?
I think a little lower.
Okay.
I think around Tiamat, yeah, around Tiamat.
Yeah. Personally, I still like it a little bit more than a Tiamat because it has more playstyles. Because you can use it as the opener for CC. It is still really good against things like Tiamat itself, which are using those buffs to actually get the passives in and those kind of things. Plus, on Revelation, it still does a fair bit of damage.
Fair, yeah.
Ooh. Well, how do you say her name? Is it Fucho?
Yeah, Fucho.
Okay. So I actually was saying it right. People were like, no way you say that correctly. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not Chinese, but I know a little bit of Chinese. But Fucho, how high would you place her up?
I think she's worse than Sonya in my head
Ooh,
by a
really?
bit.
Actually,
Yeah,
I
because
haven't
I
really
think
played with her at all.
what I've seen is that against like tanks, a lot of times you can start doing the control CC stuff, and Fuchil just doesn't have any cleanse and
Yeah,
stuff. And she can heal and like she can shield, but sometimes I also see like Heinrich can buff block her, and then she
yeah,
just doesn't shield at all. So yeah, I think she's around Sonya, but it's slightly worse even.
yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Once she ults, she doesn't do anything. Like her auto, you're not scared of her taking a turn as much as a Sonya taking a turn anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Like every turn of Sanya's just crazy good with cleanse potential, a lot of healing,
Yeah,
and her turns, like, she has a bit more off turns, right?
yeah.
Freya, however.
She's interesting. I think she's like because the fact that she provides speed to bulwark,
Yep.
part of revelation. I think, and then also she like can push the enemy team back while pushing herself up a bit.
Yeah,
Also pretty high base speed.
I
Yeah,
think she's
I don't know if it's like S completely, but it's high, pretty high.
yeah, absolutely. Well, the thing is, she's mainly used for revelation comps. Without revelation comp, you probably wouldn't really be using her too
Yeah.
much. But I think she's that core in the revelation comp that she just becomes super strong.
hmm Yeah, the only con in the Revelation comp is also that she gets countered by Lighthouse because
Yep.
she's almost like forced to use her S3, and that's what Han relied on. Like Freya became a dead unit in the Revelation teams because Han just made like basically she was forced to not S3 in the first turn, which is really awkward. But yeah,
Yep.
I do think she's very key in
Well,
in certain comps.
the thing I've seen with my comp is because everything is like kind of fast enough, even with slow lighthouse units, she pushes up a
Mhm.
little bit, and
Mm,
therefore I still move with the follow-up units as well.
okay, I see. Yeah.
So for me personally, I think she's absolutely good. I personally would put her on S,
Okay.
but I would agree to put her on high A as well.
Okay. Yeah. I'm fine with either.
Okay.
She is pretty solid for sure.
Yep. Doki Doki. Also, one of those units that's more versatile than a bunch of others because it's really good for turn one, but it's also still good for
Yeah.
playing anti-CC.
Yeah. For me, she's like definitely S because I used her so much. Like both, like she's the she's so her and Lily are the two units that I can pick early while still being able to pivot both
Yep.
cleave
True.
and CC, and she's also one of the three units like Doki, Suki, and Lily for me are like fast while pulling myself up while not like interacting with the enemy. Because if I have Mio that tries to push, it has to hit the enemy and then they can Veronica, they can like bulwark. But Doki Doki just doesn't interact with the opponent. So if she's faster, you just freely like you're guaranteed to go.
Yeah,
So and
absolutely.
then the whole CC cleanse, like turn two wants it too. She's basically a Lily, like everyone wants her almost.
Yep. It's actually one of the few units I don't have.
Yeah, so I would honestly put her even like above Ling Lo. I would like maybe below Lily or something.
Yeah, exactly. So second best unit in the game. Yeah, I really like her versatility as well. So I definitely do agree on that one. Her base speed is a little bit on the lower side, right?
Yeah, but I think when you put Bulwark on her and like as long as she goes once, and like, it's hard for someone to go twice, like CC while like or to strip and then CC you. So most of the time I
Yep.
see her like still go as long as she has Bulwark on.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. A very strong unit right there. Then we have Salins. Well, that's pretty much just a revelation unit, right?
Yeah, Revelation only, I think. Has
Y-
some interesting like disable passive stuff, but
Yeah, there's
yeah,
not
very
too many
very different.
passives in the game which I would actually say is like, oh, it's super interesting for that one.
Yeah, true. Yeah, probably mainly just Hoyan, maybe even
Yeah,
Tiamat.
but
That's it.
Aoyan, like 9 out of 10, I would put on Count and
Oh
Bulwark.
yeah. Yeah, I agree. So probably not even A. I think has like her base speed is also low. So
Yeah, exactly. So probably around like Viper level or maybe
yeah,
even Mia
yeah,
level, I guess.
yeah. Maybe Mia level.
Yep. Next up, Born. Also a unit we haven't seen too much, I would say.
Yeah, not much. I think somewhere in B. It's
Yeah.
like decent damage dealer. Probably better than Ramoka. And definitely better than Ramoka and Freya.
Yep.
But sorry, not Freya, but Shada.
Yep.
But disables passive, so just
Yep, true.
interesting, but not great.
I actually saw your most recent match you picked up Biotin. Is that something new you're playing around with?
Yeah, I have gotten like destroyed by someone with the Biotin before. She's basically Suki with I think four lower base speed, but the pro of Biotin is that she can res a dead unit and have them go instantly still. So I've seen like some Amber tech where if she has a Messiah or Yeli and you don't kill her, and it is hard to kill her because you basically need like even with 4 revelation, you probably need a whole revelation to kill her because you need 2 to first kill her and then 2 more to kill her in Amber mode.
Yep.
If she moves once, then your whole team is potentially dead. So I've definitely like lost that before, where I killed the rest of the team, but then I ran out of damage, and then she S2s a dead unit and then one shots me.
Interesting. Actually, one of
And I
those
did that
units.
actually. That was my last game. I just played like a RTA match where I did that. Basically, I res the Messiah and instantly one tap the other person.
Interesting, yeah. It was used differently in like the beta tournaments. Like what we saw a lot was just Sanya plus Biotin, and it was just like 16 million revives, and you couldn't kill anything, and it took forever.
Right.
But I definitely do like your idea with the play of actually putting it next to a hard nuking comp and then make it work. But does she need like a lot of lattice investment to make that work, or could you go without that?
I actually did it with 0 because like she wants to be like, obviously the more is better, but I don't even think she needs it because I'm just 1/1/1, not even ultra fast. She can die. She just needs to revive and then do it once for me. And I think as we get later into the game, then I can see her better than Suki even, because against turn 2, like Suki seems worse, but then she can maybe like give more damage, or like rezzing your team is pretty strong, because I think sometimes like my Yeli and Messiah just is not tanky enough, they just die.
Yeah, exactly.
Having a res seems safe, like much safer.
Yeah, I think like especially what you were saying, like the longer we get into the game, the more interesting she will get. It was kind of the same thing with the Doki Doki. People at the start were like, "Oh, Doki is so bad," and now we're like a few months in the game, and everyone's like, "Oh, Doki is actually really strong."
Yep, agreed.
So, how high do we put her up in A?
Yeah, definitely an A. But I'm not exactly sure where, because I haven't experimented her with too much. I just like had that one tech that I've seen mainly.
Fair. So let's put it a low A for now.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and that's pretty much the whole list. Those are all of the units already. I think it is a little bit bound to change the moment we do have the end of the season, and then we will probably have like a balanced patch. Revelation maybe gets a bit of a hit, maybe some other things as well. So, but I think we have a solid list over here. Any final thoughts?
No, I think this looks good to me.
Okay, cool. Anything you would like to shout out?
Shout out to all the people who supported me, and those who messaged me congrats in the game.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's end the recording. And Kekker, I definitely do want to thank you for your time of making this list as well.
Yep, thank you.